HI-Lux 56 coming to you from the gunsmithing bench here in the man cave. Now, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my Gibbs Rifle Company 1903 A4 Springfield Sniper Reproduction Rifle. Now, this is not intended to be a full review of the rifle. If you're thinking about buying one, then I would recommend that you go to the Military Armory channel and check out Sturmgewehr's very good and thorough review of the rifle, because that's the one that convinced me to go ahead and buy this one. What I want to do in this video is give you a heads up about some problems you may encounter, because I did, and a warning concerning the scope so that you don't damage the scope and void your warranty without even knowing it. You see, the scope is a reproduction of the Weaver scope, and this is made by HI-Lux. Now, they tell you in the paperwork that comes with it that the scope has very limited adjustment, and that's true. From the optical center of the scope of the reticle, you have 32 clicks of adjustment in any direction from center, and that's all. Now, something they don't tell you that you need to know is that unlike scopes that you're used to, modern scopes, where when you turn the adjustment knobs in either direction, when you get to the end of their adjustment limit and the number of clicks that they have available, the knob stops and you can't turn it past that, unless you force it and break it. Well, that's not true in the case of this HI-Lux scope. If you turn it in the clockwise direction, this applies to both the elevation knob and the windage knob. In the clockwise direction, you turn it all the way to the end of its clicks, it will stop. But when turning it in the counterclockwise direction, you will reach the end of its adjustment, but you will not reach the end of the clicks. The knob will continue to turn and click and feel and sound just like normal, and you'll think that you're getting adjustment, but you're not. You're over adjusting. And it states specifically in the paperwork that comes with it that if you over adjust it, you void the warranty and you can damage the scope. So this is something you need to be fully aware of. And when you get your rifle, if you buy one, you need to check to make sure that the reticle has been set to optical mechanical center within the scope. According to the paperwork that you get with the scope, it was supposed to have been done at the factory. Don't take their word for it, because I found out when I put the collimator, optical collimator on mine, that not only was it not adjusted to optical center from the factory, but the adjustment turrets were already turned almost to their extreme limit in the counterclockwise direction. If I had continued to turn it thinking I was adjusting it, I would have damaged it and avoided the warranty. So using my optical collimator and counting the clicks, I reset my reticle to optical mechanical center. The way you do that, real quick, you will turn your adjustment knobs on this scope clockwise until it stops. From there, you will count back counterclockwise 32 clicks. Do this for the elevation knob, do it for the windage knob. Once you've done that, then your reticle is optically and mechanically centered. Then keep in mind that you only have 32 clicks to go in any direction that you go. So you need to keep track of the number of clicks, especially when you're turning it counterclockwise. Now, that's the warning. Now here's the other problem that I encountered, and here's my solution to it. When I went out to get this sighted in at 100 yards, I discovered there was not enough down adjustment in the elevation adjustment in the scope. the closest I could get it at the limit of its adjustment was 5 inches high. Well, I discovered that originally, because of the way this scoop is mounted, you see they use the rear sight dovetail for the rear of the scope mount, and it's a one-piece mount. And they drill and tap the receiver ring on the front for the front of the scope mount. Well, that puts the rear of the mount higher than the front of the mount. In order to overcome that in the military, they would shim the front of the mount anywhere from 5/1000 to 20/1000 thickness of shim in order to level the front with the back, and that would give you enough usable elevation adjustment that you could sight it in and use it out to its intended effective range. Well, this was supposed to have been done by Gibbs at the factory. On mine, it was not. I removed the mount and I checked, there was no shim. So I ordered from Gun Parts Corporation the original shims in 15/1000 and 20/1000. I installed the 15/1000 in it, and I believe that will probably be enough. I have to take it out to the range and get it sighted in. I'll videotape that when I do that, and that'll be probably next on this video. I want to also tell you that if you run into this problem or any other problem, don't bother calling the only phone number listed on the Gibbs Rifle Company website, because that only gets you to the advertising department. They will give you, after they transfer you to 2 or 3 other people, they will give you the number for the factory, which is in a whole different area code. But don't try to call their factory on Fridays, because they're closed on Fridays. After that, since I already knew what the problem was and what the solution was to it, I decided it would be cheaper and faster to just go ahead and order the shims, install them myself, and that way I would know that it was done right. So that's what I did. So I hope this helps you if you decide to buy one and you encounter these problems. Next thing we need to do is go out and shoot it and see if I've got enough elevation now. I'm also going to do some accuracy testing with it with these Garand match cartridges after I've got it sighted in. So until then, see you at the range.